Akabulan, yesterday there was a clash between Nigerian delegates and South African delegates at the 55th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference that took place in Lilongwe, the capital of Malawi. This is something that should be of concern to every African who believes and thinks of African unity. Watch the video. I will tell you in details what exactly conspired. Watch the video.
He's breaking out of people. He's attacking people. You are attacking. Why are you breaking out of That's what you mean. That's
That was very, very sad. Now, what led to the confrontation? You see, as I said earlier, it is something that should be of concern to every African when we see such a thing happen in a conference that is meant to strengthen African Parliamentary Regional Organization. Well, look at what we're having. So what exactly happened here is this. The Nigerian delegates yesterday raised a serious concern about the attacks on foreign nationals in South Africa, especially on Nigerians and other Africans. They argued and they stated and said that those attacks should be given a name. It should be given a name and be called what it is. It should be called xenophobia and Afrophobia. It should be called what it is. But then the South African delegates pushed back and said no, that it should not just be called Afrophobia or xenophobia and be left to be that the issue of illegal migration and immigration law enforcement should be given a serious concern. The Nigerians said even if it should be given a serious concern, what happened in your country should be called what it is, xenophobia. The South African delegates pushed back. There was back and flow, there was debate, there was argument to the extent that it almost led to physical brawl. You can see the video. It almost led to physical confrontation. You see, let me be very, very clear here. Let me be very clear for the sake of posterity. South Africa has a valid, legitimate right to say that the issues of illegal migration and enforcement of migration laws should be looked into. They have every right to do that. Every country has a right to enforce their migration laws. Nigeria, on the other hand, also have a legitimate, valid reason to say that foreign nationals, especially their citizens, Nigerians in South Africa, must be protected. Two things can be right at the same time. All right? But South African government must also know that enforcing your migration laws does not mean that you should now center hatred on foreign nationals simply because they are foreigners. Because we have seen footages where these things happen. We have seen footages where people have been lynched on and chased as dogs in your streets. So enforcing your laws does not mean that it should now resort to violence and hatred, violence and hostility, and all manner of things against foreign nationals. But we must be very careful at this point. We must be very careful because if such a thing can happen in a regional conference, when we are looking at 55th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association conference, and such a thing can happen, delegates can almost resort to physical confrontation. That's to tell you that the African unity is in danger. Is in a serious danger. Because when South Africans attack Nigerians and Nigerians attack South Africans, it is a continent that is losing. The hope of a united Africa is what is going to be bastardized. Yes, the truth must be spoken. South African government must do better. They must do better. But please, Nigerians, don't legitimate your anger on how your citizens were treated to not hate the entire South Africa. Please, I beg you, we can still make amends. We can still make amends. And it must begin from the grassroots. I beg you. Because the entire continent is what we lose. We cannot afford to have this again because we are facing a lot of problem already. There is economic rivalry in Africa. There is conflict. There is crisis. There is migration issue. There is border issue. There is identity issue. We cannot afford to have another issue. South African government, you can do better. The entire continent is not happy. Not just Nigerians. Even your brothers in the Southern Africa, Zimbabwe is not happy with what you did. You must approach this issue with wisdom, so that we can achieve African unity. Akebulan. Wisdom is a principal thing. It's a new week. I love you and I care about you. And for those who are requesting for that book I said yesterday, remember what I said. I said in 3 days' time. In 3 days' time. The book initially was written in Italian language. Okay? So we are looking for the one in English so you can read it. So relax. Okay? I will get to you. Okay? Once I get the book, I will get to you. Remember, it is soft copy. All right? I love you and I care about you. Thank you for all those who contribute to Modern Day Choir Book Foundation. I love you and I care about you. I told you that whatever you drop on that account, nothing is more. I appreciate you. Okay? We use this money, get books, go to villages, give them books and teach them. I love you and I don't take you for granted. I don't take you. Akebulan. Request for books. The ones already in my bookshelf, I will give you for free. People say, how much is the book? You're not paying anything. The book is for free. All right? Remember, it is weekend. Okay? Rest your nerves, rest and enjoy your weekend. I love you. Wisdom Akebulan. It's the principal thing.